Hi, good day everyone. My name is Robert Castellano and this is my video on connecting MySql databases to Microsoft Access databases. Now first of all, we need to start up our WAMP server. And here you can see that our WAMP server is offline. It is yellow. And now we put WAMP server online, and it's supposed to turn green. So now our WAMP server is online. Now you right click, and instead of using the traditional way of making a database by going into phpMyAdmin, and creating a database using databases, I'll be using a different approach today by right clicking on WAMP server and using the MySql console. And this would just be showing you a different way of creating databases and tables with WAMP server. So here you see my console comes up and I press enter. You see this little MySql here. You type create database and you give your database a name. I am going to name mine Chelsea FC. You see query OK, one reflected. Now we press use Chelsea FC and database is changed, and now I'm going to create my table as well. Create table, and I give my table a name, players. Open bracket, and put our first field, which is going to be player ID of type varchar, first name varchar 15, last name varchar 20, position varchar 10. And there we have our database has been created, as well as our table has been created. And just to make sure that this works, close off the console and we go back into WAMP server and phpMyAdmin. And here we can see that Chelsea FC database has been created. If we click on it, you can see our table of players with all our populated fields: player ID, first name, last name, and position. Now that this is done, we need to go to Microsoft Access. Now Microsoft Access needs to be run in administrator mode, so we need to hold shift, right click, and run as administrator. yes. And now our Microsoft Access has come up, and we are going to create a new blank database. I'm going to name this database Chelsea FC2 and create that database. Now we are just going to delete this table. So literally we are going to close this table, right? So we have no table there. Now we are going to external data source, more, and the ODBC database, right? We are going to link to the data source by creating a linked table. Press OK, and here we are going to create a new machine data source. Now we are going to select new system data source, next, and here we need to look for our MySql ODBC 5.1 driver. Right now, what this is the connector that connects MySql to databases to the Access database. If you don't know what the ODBC connector is or where you can find it, you go to Google and you type in ODBC connector. Connector, and you see the MySql download connector for ODBC. And when you click on this, you just come here and choose the appropriate version for your computer and click download, and you download the driver. Now we click on our MySql ODBC 5.0 driver, press next, and we press finished. Now we need to give our data source a name. I go to call mine Chelsea link, and if you click on databases, you will realize that you are not seeing my Chelsea FC database or any of the most of the other databases that are in my PHP MyAdmin. So through a little experimentation and research, we have realized that they told us to try by putting our TCP IP server as localhost and our user as root. And now you can see that that simple change has made our databases come up. And now I can select my Chelsea FC database and press OK. Machine source Chelsea link, and I press OK. Now I select my players table and press OK, and select all my fields so that they can be populated, and I press OK. Now you can see my players table that has been linked has appeared, and I can populate my tables here. First name, David, last name, Louise, position, defender, John, and we just save our table, and now we can exit. And if we go back to our PHP MyAdmin, and we go into our Chelsea FC database and our players table, we can see that the information from Microsoft Access has been captured and shared with the database in MySql. Thank you for looking at my video. Good day, everyone.